again, I want to welcome you to the Little Falls Flyers Gymnasium. I am Deborah Yulanimi-Owen, and I am here with Ethan Stanford, and we are here to give you the Little Falls Flyers versus the Crusaders from Cathedral. We've got our starting lineup coming here. We've got number 1, Katie Tomzik. She is a junior, going up against junior Allie. We've got sophomore Allie Steinmetz, number 2. Number 15, Hallie Hump. She is a sophomore for the Crusaders. And we have number 4, Melissa Geisenhoff, who is a senior. We have a starting for the Crusaders, number 23. We have Megan Voigt. She is a sophomore. We have senior Tara Motschke for the Flyers. For the Crusaders, we have number 25, senior Julia Meyer, going up against number 23, senior Destiny Young. And rounding out the starting lineups for the Crusaders, we have senior Morgan Prom. And for the Flyers, number 24, junior Sophia Sawada. Tonight, we're looking at the Flyers averaging 46.9 points a game, Ethan. We talked a little bit before here. For the officiates, we've got Jim Meyer, Craig Ehrlichman, and Brian Hiltner. Before the game, Ethan, you and I had a time to sit down and talk a little bit about keys to the game. And we both agreed that the Flyers are averaging 22 turnovers coming into tonight's contest at a record of 0-8. And so we would like to see those turnovers in single digits per half. Wouldn't you say, Ethan?
Yeah, that's exactly what needs to happen.
Yep. And we also need to keep them off the defensive rebounds. I tell you what, Ethan, a game is won or lost on turnovers and rebounds. And so that's what the Flyers need to really do tonight. Out-rebound. No team is towering over each other. So as long as we get down, box out, and get in position, we're going to be okay. And then finally, Ethan, we talked about what the third key of our game is tonight, and that is to stay out of foul trouble. We're not very deep, and so we want to make sure that we can keep our strong Little Falls Flyers on the floor at all times against these Crusaders. Here we come. Again, tonight's officiating, we have Jim Meyer, Craig Ehrlichman, and Brian Hiltner. The Crusaders from St. Cloud Cathedral are coached by Ron Prom, assistant coach Brooke Dunsmore, and Kathy Matchko. The head coaching staff for the Little Falls Flyers is Trent Grams, and he is assisted by Katrina Newman, Tyler Thomas, and Peg Urbanskly. As we start off the evening tonight, we have the tip-off going to Melissa Geisenhoff. Melissa Geisenhoff is going to go to her left, and she's going to find Steinmetz. Back to Geisenhoff up here at the top, finds Destiny Young. Over there on the corner, we have Tara Motschke. Allie Steinmetz wants to dribble up the right-hand side. It looks like we've got our post trying to get a little bit of time in there on the block. Sophia Sawada, they found Sophia, but she couldn't hold on to the ball. It is going to be the Crusaders' ball. That is a turnover for Little Falls. That was one of those keys of the game, Ethan, that we talked about had to happen, is we need to have our turnovers in single digits in order to come away with our first win tonight at home. We have Voigt bringing the basketball up for the Crusaders. To the top of the key, we have number 1, Tomzik. Back over to number 25, we have Julia Meyer. The Flyers are in man-to-man defense. Given a little bit of time there, we've got ourselves a foul called. Again, one of those keys to the game, Ethan, we talked about is we want to stay out of foul trouble. So we have got our first foul of the game. Number 24, Sophia Sawada picks up her first foul of the evening, which is going to put number 23, Megan Voigt, at the line. Want to hear a crazy story about her? Her mom and I played basketball with each other in high school.
That's pretty
Isn't that pretty cool? That's right. So we've got a Flyer alumni daughter in the house tonight. First one is up and good, and the second one for Voigt is good. That's very important. When you get set to the free throw line, we want to make sure that we're making both of those. Flyers seeing a little bit of trouble here with the full court press. A little bit up there to Destiny Young. Tara Motschke almost was going to pull the 3. Allie Steinmetz going to take another look at the 10.5-foot shot. We got a rebound by the Crusaders. The Crusaders are not afraid to push it up the floor. Okay, we have Megan Voigt with the ball over there into the corner to her teammate Prom. And 25 takes it to the hole with a miss. To the top of the key, number 45. Over in the corner, we have 15. Nice three-point look. Again, we got out-rebounded there. We got a box out. Number 1 gets a rebound and a shot. That is Katie Tomzik, misses the shot. We're getting lucky underneath there that they're not hitting those shots. We also need to make sure that we come down with a defensive rebound. We have Melissa Geisenhoff Back up to Steinmetz. Steinmetz finds Sawada. Sawada got double teamed in there. Back to Geisenhoff. Geisenhoff. And the bank is open. What do you think about that, Ethan? Nice job. Puts
Just
the
keep that
Flyers
open.
on the board. That is Geisenhoff picking up 2 points here for the Flyers. Nice job. The Flyers are running there on defense. We're looking, trying to drive there. Number 25. 45, Megan Prom wants to look for the ball, nothing. We have Voigt coming through the middle. We have Tomzek looking, back for Prom. Nice box out. I like to see that. Sawada got a nice rebound, but Destiny Young boxed her girl out perfectly in order for that to fall perfectly. We have Steinmetz moving it up the court quickly, and we have it over here to Geisenhoff. Geisenhoff wants to go across the court to Destiny Young. We have Steinmetz up at the top of the key. Steinmetz, a little jab step there by Melissa Geisenhoff. Again, they're looking for Sawada's got a little bit of a height advantage, not much, but they're double teaming her pretty good in there, Ethan. They're going to have to get a nice bounce pass. We have up and good for Steinmetz. That's a 3-point two. That helps. So we're 100% at the three-point line tonight. Currently, the Flyers are coming in at 18%. We have an offensive rebound and a foul. Good thing for us, Ethan, is they are now shooting. Their only 2 points have come at the free throw line. They are currently 0 for 4. So obviously they are not over that cold streak that the Minnesota has just been experienced. Double team in the corner. Again, the Crusaders are putting a little bit of pressure. They're doing a little bit of full court trap, giving the Flyers a little bit of difficulty. We're going to run a 4-across press breaker here, it looks like. We're going to set some screens and make sure that we're cutting for that ball hard, making sure we're not getting caught in the corner. As soon as you get caught in the corner, Ethan, you now have 2 extra players for you right there. She can't. There we go. Melissa Geisenhoff stands back up. Ooh, almost a Flyer turnover. Steinmetz grabs a little bit, but now we got Voigt called for a foul. Kind of bailed her out about 70 feet from the basket there. Sometimes Coach Prom's not very happy about that one.
No, he's not.
Megan Voigt picked up that foul. So we have Geisenhoff up to Steinmetz, finding Sawada. Sawada, again, is double teamed. They're going to have to. Sawada, when she turns around and she's getting double teamed, she's going to have to find that open player. That open player is going to have to do a nice backdoor cut, Ethan, in order to get open for that left-handed layup. So that's one thing that we're going to have to look for. Sophia's going to be able to look for that. So we have an offensive foul. Number 5, Tara Machke, a little bit too hard on her pick. Again, that was another one of those. That was another one of our keys to the game, is to make sure that we stay out of foul trouble. And the Flyers have picked up 2 fouls already.
Another turnover for
Cathedral with a turnover. So with 14 minutes and 22 seconds left, it's 5-2, and the Flyers have the ball. Steinmetz over to Geisenhoff. Again, Geisenhoff finds Destiny Young open. You're going to find a girl open all the time because they're doubling Sawada, and they're pretty good. They're going to give them that outside shot. There, Geisenhoff. Geisenhoff doesn't like what she sees, so she gets Destiny Young. Destiny Young shoots the 3, and Tara Machke for the rebound.
Checking for the Flyers, number 25, Mammon Gay.
So we have a sub for the Flyers. We have number 25, junior Callie Mamengay, coming in for the Flyers. Coach Grams goes to his bench with 14 minutes left of this first half. They are currently up 5-2. Voigt is bringing the ball across the line. She is getting double teamed. She gives it to her teammate, number 45, Prom. Prom over to number 25, that is Meyer. Meyer is looking for the girl cutting through there we go. Again, the Flyers come out in a man-to-man defense. Very well done. Voigt comes with the left hand. Gets a little bit too much with the hip check. They're going to call it out of bounds. So the Cathedral is going to get a chance to score here with the clock stopped at 13:39. And of course, what I always said back in my coaching days, Ethan, is when you get the ball out of bounds underneath your own basket, you need to score. That is an opportunity for you to get 2 points with the clock basically stopped. Cathedral takes control of the ball again. Number 1 goes driving in. 2 points for number 1, junior Katie Tomzek. She is currently shooting 50%. Again, they're giving Allie a little bit of trouble coming up, double teaming. across the line over to Destiny Young, back to Allie Steinmetz. Allie finds Melissa Geisenhoff, back to Steinmetz. Over to Destiny Young on the left side. Callie's in there. They're running a little bit of a high-low. They're going to run Callie on the top. And they have Sophia Sawada down low. She's going to be able to look for that dump-in pass. We have Allie Steinmetz. Was it touched? Nope, it was not. That is a missed three-point shot. So she is 50% from the three-point range tonight, Ethan. Coach Prawn goes to his bench with 12 minutes and 49 seconds. We have number 5, Abby Medelberg. She is a sophomore. Both teams pretty young. Not many seniors on either squad. We have number 45, Prom, the ball.
5 seconds, it will look like to me.
Is that a 3-second call? Or did we get a foul?
Fouls on number 1, Tomzik.
Oh, Tomzik gets called for the foul. Again, both teams right now are deadlocked at 3-3 fouls each. Grahams goes to his bench again, and he puts in number 22, Erica Bassett. She's currently coming off of a knee injury. And so, as you can see, she's wearing that brace. Sawada also had a knee injury, so we've got a couple girls out there that are battling some knee injuries young in their when their career was pretty young. Cross half court here, we have Steinmetz bringing the ball up for the Flyers, finding Bassett over on the right wing. Again, they're going to run that high-low with Callie and Sawada, trying to get a little bit of movement in there off of the block and off the elbow. Sawada flashes to the elbow as Steinmetz comes across. Bassett is on the top of the right key up by the three-point line. Back to Steinmetz. Callie Mamengay has nowhere to go. Back to Steinmetz. We see Bassett with the game ball. She wants to drive. Great shot. I love that. 2 dribbles and a great shot by Bassett.
Little Falls needs to capitalize more on when the Crusaders do not score. They need to capitalize to extend their lead throughout this game.
No, you're exactly right, Ethan. And as soon as you pull down a defensive rebound, we can't let them catch us in the backcourt again. We've got a nice rebound. Bassett is quick. Bassett is up the floor, and 2 points for Erica Bassett.
That's what we're talking about.
I like that's what we just said, Ethan. We got to push up that ball. That nice, great defensive rebound by Callie Mamengay was pulled down, found her teammate up, and that's 2 easy points for the Flyers. Extends the lead 7-4. Right now, what we're looking at is we're looking at a night. Oh, I think they were thinking someone else was going to get that rebound. Again, you want to secure the basketball before you can start the fast break. We've got another foul called here. Number 23.
Checking in for the Flyers, number 3, Temple.
That is Destiny Young picking up her first foul of the evening. She is replaced by number 3, Rachel Tembrell. So Rachel Tembrell gets put in the game with 11 minutes remaining of the first half. We have number 35, we have the Crusaders over on the right side. We have number 3, Van Erp. Van Erp is in the game for the Crusaders. Steinmetz had to pull up a little bit. The Crusaders caught her up a little bit. So we've got Tembrell from the corner shooting the 3-point. She misses that just long.
Flyers with another defensive rebound there.
So the Flyers remain in control here. Bassett's running a little bit of point guard here. We have Tembrell. We're going to the left side. Steinmetz switches positions with Bassett. Get a little bit more freed up for that 3-point shot. We have Callie Mamengay at the elbow. Back to Bassett, over to Tembrell. There was Sawada. Sawada needs to get her butt down a little bit more in there. Okay, she needs to stay wide. You got to be wide. Okay, even though we've got those black uniforms on, we got to make sure we stay low and we got to stay wide in order for our point guard and our wings to find us. Again, this is a great time to score, Ethan. Grahams is checking in. Megan Kirk for the Flyers. Sawada is going to see a little bit of rest here with 10 minutes left of the half. We have Tembrell thrown into Allie Steinmetz, and we've got a turnover for the Little Falls Flyers.
Checking back in for Cathedral, number 45, Prom.
We're only 8 minutes
We have number 45, Prom.
We're only 8 minutes into this game already, and both teams have seen 4 turnovers already.
You're right, Ethan. We talked earlier in the game that that's going to be one of those keys to a Flyer win this evening is that we want to make sure that we keep it in single digits. Number 3 for the Crusaders, way long, but Callie picks up a nice rebound. That was Van Erp shooting the 3 ball, a little long. Callie says, I don't want to bring it up the floor, brings it over to Bassett. Megan Kirk up for 2 points and finds it. Nice job, Megan Kirk. Very patient. I like how they're getting the ball up the floor. Okay, they don't want to 45 prom with a nice cut across the top there. Finding teammate number 15, Hump. And Hump finds the nice 2-point shot from the elbow. She's shooting 100%, but that's only her first shot of the night, Ethan. Again, we need to make sure we get it across that line. They're double teaming us in the backcourt. Bassett stops her dribble. She wants her team to get set again. Up to the top of the key with Temporal. We have Callie Mamagay at the top of the key. Mamagay, little double team there. They're not giving us much room there in the paint. We have Steinmetz, nice right hand dribble.
A little too long with defensive rebound for Crusaders.
You know, I know these are some unofficial stats, but I'm okay with where we're shooting right now. You know, we're shooting about 50% from the field. We're taking some high percentage shots. I'd like to see us get us in the paint a little bit more because, as you know, the closer you get to the basket, the better percentage chance you get it, right?
Oh,
Ethan?
yeah.
So, timeout by Coach Prawn. Ron Prom is going to talk to the Crusaders this evening. First timeout of the game with 8 minutes and 50 seconds left. The Flyers lead 11-4. Again, I'm very impressed with how they're taking some pretty high percentage shots here, Ethan. You know, the Flyers are shooting just under 50%. We're doing very well. The Crusaders, on the other hand, they're missing a few shots. They're shooting about 25%. And, of course, these stats are unofficial. But if you're taking a look at what's happening, Little Falls is also taking care of the ball. They're seeing some pressure in the backcourt, but they're staying calm with that, and they're able to get the ball up calmly. They're taking their time, and they're finding some high percentage shots, and that is why the Flyers are leading right now 11-4. The Crusaders have the ball into Van Erp. Van Erp is taking it to the top of the key. Van Erp is kind of looking to see what her team's going to do. Over to teammate number 25, Julia Meyer. Julia Meyer takes it to the right-hand corner. Number 15, we have Humph. She's a starter, 45 in. Oh, we are lucky that did not go in. That was a nice shot by Megan Prawn. Megan Prawn is yet to find her first basket tonight. In fact, she is 0 for 4. She's got it. She's a little disappointed, I bet. Taramachki finds Bassett out on the left-hand side. Nice cut by Kirk up the middle. Takes it from the elbow. Temporal back to the top of the key. Melissa Geisenhoff. Geisenhoff is talking to her teammates. Nice Bassett. Cuts into the middle. We've got ourselves a jump ball call. So we've got a jump ball call. The possession arrow goes to the Little Falls Flyers. Bassett is going to throw it in for the Flyers. Again, I talk a lot of times, Ethan, about capitalizing when the clock is stopped underneath your basket on an out-of-bounds play. And we have Temporal missing.
Nice steal by the Flyers right there.
Nice heads-up play. Wanted to let her offense get a little set there. Melissa Geisenhoff is running her team. Over to the right-hand corner goes to Megan Kirk. Megan Kirk up to the top of the key to Taramachki. Taramachki, nice quick step by Bassett and one. That was a great. She is so quick. You know, she's coming off that knee injury very well. She missed last season because of that, and she's just really quick. Want to hear another cool stat? Her sister played basketball for me. So if you're watching this, Miss Bassett, shout out to you. I coached her sister a few years, actually it was a long time ago, Ethan. Alyssa Bassett, back in the day, like 2007, Ethan. Almost 10 years ago, I coached her sister on this same floor.
Crazy.
Yep. So it's good to see Erica Bassett here. Number 22 for the Flyers. Scores 3. That's a great play. I love to see that. So Erica Bassett is actually leading the Flyers this evening. She is shooting 100%. She is 3 from 3. That's one reason why the Flyers are shooting with a high percentage. Again, we are shooting over 50% right now. That's going to win you some ball games, and that's again giving us the lead 13-6. With 7 minutes and 29 seconds left of the game, the clock is stopped, and we have Megan Voigt passing it into her teammate, Miss Vanier. Back over to, they were looking for Voigt over there on the corner. Back to Voigt on the left-hand elbow. She takes it to the right-hand dribble, and then we have Prawn for the shot, 45. That is Morgan Prawn. She has just hit a three-point basket to give her team a little bit of hope.
Bank closed that one.
Yeah, so it is now 14-9. Megan Kirk loves that left-handed, but she stepped before she put the ball on the floor, and so they gave her a little traveling call. Trent Grams is going to go to his bench again, bringing back in Sophia Sawada with 7 minutes and 3 seconds left. Again, the Flyers have the lead 14-9. We have Van Eert bringing the ball up the court for the Crusaders. She gets a nice little pick set for her. She finds her teammate over in the left-hand corner. That is Tomzek with the... And again, the Flyers come down with a defensive rebound, and they're ready to go. Melissa Geisenhoff says, hold up, team, we're going to wait. Steinmetz at the top of the key. And then we find Sawada. Sawada with a nice left hand and turnaround shot, and one. Nice. Great contact. I like to see that they got the ball down there to Sawada. Again, we are shooting some high percentage shots tonight, Ethan. I love that. So Sophia Sawada, they get the ball into their post hand. She finds the basket and gives the Crusaders a foul. That is the second and one play of the evening for our Flyers as the Flyers capitalize to get a 17-9 lead. We have Voigt in the corner, that lefty can't find it. Great defensive rebounding now there for Steinmetz. Steinmetz finds Geisenhoff. Geisenhoff can't hold on to it. We have a turnover for the Flyers. The Crusaders are going to get the ball back with 6 minutes and 22 seconds left.
Grams isn't very happy about that call.
Coach Prawn standing up, thinking he wants to talk to his girls a little bit. Voigt and Van Eert in the backcourt, bringing the ball up. Van Eert with the ball at the top of the key. He's got a nice little left hand, 45. Coach Prawn's daughter hits another three. She's 100% from back there. We might want to, a lot of times you don't see your post hitting the three a lot, but she's not afraid to come out, Ethan. And that's one thing we need to do is make sure that we get a hand in her face. So Melissa Geisenhoff finds at the top of the key Sophia Sawada. Destiny Young gets it swatted away, and the Crusaders pick up their 7th foul of the half. So that's going to put the Flyers at the line every foul after this. So you see the Little Falls Flyers, they are in the bonus the rest of the way, but number 5, Abby Mendenberg, just picked up her 3rd foul. And that hurts Cathedral. When you see one of your girls sitting down with 3 fouls this earlier in the game, Ethan, you don't like to see that as a coach. That's one thing I didn't like to see. So we have Destiny Young, hits her first one and misses her second. So Destiny Young gets the front end of a free throw. And we have number 15, three-point number shot for Hallie Humph. They're currently 3 for 5 at the three-point range. They're not, a lot of times they're not afraid. They're anywhere from their post is shooting. Nice little bounce pass, swatted away. That's a turnover for the Flyers. So we have number 3, Van Eert coming up.
Jump ball out towards the Crusaders.
So we have number 23, Megan Voigt, throwing the ball in for the Cathedral Crusaders. She's looking for Prawn in there. Again, Prawn has shot a few shots. Megan Voigt is not afraid to shoot the 3 ball. The Crusaders find an easy one down there. Again, we are lucky they are not shooting the ball very well tonight, Ethan. They're shooting less than 20%, but they're winning the offensive boards. They're just not, making the shots. And that's one thing that we need to make sure that doesn't happen, because you're going to start hitting those shots, Ethan. And if that happens in the second half, it's not going to be an 18-15 ball game. Again, right now, that's the difference there is they're getting a lot of offensive rebounds. In fact, they're offensively out-rebounding us, aren't they?
Yes, they are. We have 0 offensive rebounds. They have 6.
Destiny Young with a three-point basket and up and good to give a little spark. Destiny Young gives a little spark back to the Flyers with 4.5 minutes left. Hits that shot to put the Flyers up 21 to 15. You'd like to see them go into the halftime with, extending their lead a little bit. You can get a defensive stop here. There's a nice turnover. She stepped out of bounds, came back in, did not regain possession with her feet. And so that's why they had to give it back to the Little Falls Flyers. Cathedral has fallen back into a half-court press. They're a little bit into foul trouble. They have 7 fouls. Little Falls is having a tougher time against that full-court press, Ethan. Do you think he's going to pull that out here with 4 minutes left of the game? Or the half?
Well, to keep your players out of foul trouble, I think it's a smart move. But Little Falls has not been played very well against it tonight. And I think next half might bring it back.
You're right. Coach Prawn is probably going to talk to his players about that at halftime. So we have Geisenhoff on the right side. Callie Mamigay got a little bit of double teamed in there, but Steinmetz is not afraid. Hey, offensive rebound by Melissa Geisenhoff. Steinmetz with the three-point shot.
Timeout, Little Falls.
So the Flyers are currently shooting 1 for 6 at the three-point line. And again, those of you who are in viewing, these aren't unofficial stats. But with 3 minutes and 45 seconds left of the first half here in the Flyer Gymnasium, I am Deb Ulanimi-Allen, and this is my partner in crime, Ethan Stanford. And Ethan, I thank you for being here with me this evening as the Granite Ridge Conference matchup between the Cathedral Crusaders and the Little Falls Flyers is keeping us on our toes tonight. We talked a little bit about rebounds and turnovers, and again, the Crusaders are out rebounding the Flyers right now, and that's what's keeping this game close. They're getting way too many second chances. Their shooting percentage is less than 20%. The Flyers are shooting about 50%, but again, we got to pull down those offensive rebounds. So as we start with just over 3.5 minutes left, we have Steinmetz at the top of the key. Callie Mamigay finds it, turns around. That's a free throw, Ethan. Don't be afraid to shoot that, right?
Right.
And then what ends up happening is we have a turnover for the Flyers with a 3-second call. I'd like to see my post turn around and shoot that. That's a free throw, Ethan, don't you think?
Oh, yeah.
I think we can get – nobody was on her. I think she's got a great free throw. She's got a nice soft shot. I think Callie should be able to just turn around and shoot that. So we have Prawn over here to her teammate, number 15. Again, they're not afraid to shoot that three-point ball at all.
Looks like the Crusaders just got a steal.
Got a little bit of sparking, and we do not want to see that here as we go into the locker room. Ethan, the worst thing that can happen is, wow, did he call that on the floor?
I think he
Was
did.
that a basket good?
They did not call it.
The Flyers dodged a bullet there, Ethan.
Oh, yeah.
I really do believe that. So Mamigay picks up a foul tonight for the Flyers. That gives them their 6th foul. Each one of their starting 5 has 1 foul. As a coach, Ethan, I'm okay with that. Spread out the fouls. I don't want to see anyone with 3 fouls going into the locker room at halftime. So the Crusaders have a chance with little under 3 minutes left to go the ball to the half. We have Prawn. Prawn likes that spot. Again, great rebound. That is a fabulous rebound. Like to see Melissa Geisenhoff. In fact, she wasn't even as tall as that other girl, but it's all about positioning as Geisenhoff picks up
excellent box out.
Again, their shooting percentage, I'd like to see that defensive rebound because they're not shooting very well right now, but again, that can change in the second half. Melissa Geisenhoff, there's that free throw we're talking about. Ooh, almost. Use your legs a little bit there. I'd like to see that. I'm glad Callie shot that shot, Ethan, because now they're going to draw the defense out. She can give them a little jab step, and then she can drive to the basket. Those posts, nice basket by number 25, Julia Meyer. Again, we do not want to see the Crusaders go into the locker room with a little bit of spark. With just 2 minutes left before we go into a halftime, we have Steinmetz, and then we have at the top of the key, we have a turnover, and Callie's going to find herself with a foul. That's her second foul. A little bit of frustration, I think, in that foul. She got the ball stripped from her. Nice little steal from the Crusader. But Trent Grahams is going to have her sit down for a little bit, and we're going to have Megan Kirk in for the Flyers. So we have Megan Kirk in for the Flyers. We also have Sophia Sawada. We have Destiny Young. We have Melissa Geisenhoff, and we have Steinmetz, Allie Steinmetz. So at the line tonight, right now, with the clock stopped at 1:56, is Megan Voigt. She is a sophomore, a lefty sophomore. Drains that. She's 100%. She's 3 for 3 at the free throw line tonight. She actually scored the Crusaders' first 2 points of the ball game when it was 2-0.
She makes those.
Yep,
too.
100% at the free throw line. I like to see that. Not from them, but as a coach's standpoint, I like to see people. And we've got a late foul called here. Allie Steinmetz was shooting the 3 ball, and the girl comes across and picks up a foul.
Fouls on number 3,
Van
Van Erp.
Erp picks up a foul for the Crusaders. That is her first. That is the 8th foul by the Crusaders. So Allie Steinmetz is going to be able to give her team a little bit more of a lead going into the locker room with hitting the first end of a 1-and-1. Actually, she gets 3 shots.
Checking for the Flyers, number 22, Bassett.
Bassett in for the Flyers. Destiny Young is going to get a little rest here before halftime. So since Steinmetz was fouled on the 3-point line, she's going to come here and get 3 points. She takes 1 away. So Wada comes away with a fabulous rebound and gets herself 2 points. The top of the key, number 25 for the Crusaders. Over there to number 45. That is Morgan Prom. And then number 25, Julia Meyer. We've got another great rebound here by the Flyers. Allie Steinmetz is going to bring it across the half-court line. Over to Bassett. Over to Allie. Over to Geisenhoff. Nice bounce pass to Kirk. Kirk's going to get it out right away. Then we have Bassett. Bassett, look at that. Did you see that move? That is a fabulous move, Ethan. I love that. Quick jab step with her left hand. Takes it. Nice little jumper off of that. That is a fabulous move. Erica Bassett is leading the Flyers in scoring tonight with. But we got to stop that. That when Prom can't answer back that easy. She's got 9 of her points right now at the 3-point line. Yep. In fact, all 9 of her points are at the 3-point line. She has not hit a shot in the paint tonight, Ethan. So with 30 seconds left, the Flyers lead 26-22. I'd like to see us here. We got a foul. It's going to put Megan Kirk on the foul line. Number 15, Humph picks up a foul for the Crusaders, stops the clock, and gives Megan Kirk a chance to give the Flyers just a little bit more of a cushion going into the halftime.
With 27 seconds left in the half.
And Megan hits that. You always like to see that as a coach heading into the locker room with that momentum. You want to make sure that the momentum is on your side as you're going into the locker room, and you want to make sure that it doesn't swing. And Megan Kirk picks up her second free throw.
I bet the coaches love seeing players score when the clock has been stopped.
Yep, and it gives them another lead here. So with 22 seconds left, we have Van Erp giving it across the court to Voigt. Van Erp is in. Ooh, a little bit of miscommunication there. Van Erp gives herself a turnover for the Crusaders, but I like that. We've got the Little Falls Flyers with 15 seconds to work on with the clock. What we don't want to see, Ethan, here is a quick turnover and the Crusaders pick up 2 more or 3 more points. We have Tara Machke here. Yep, and she jumped before she got rid of the ball. That's exactly, we want to make sure that as the Flyers pick up their 9th turnover, Ethan, they cannot get 1 more. Remember, we said single digits, didn't we? They cannot, they're going to meet their goal here. Excuse me. So we have Van Erp with the ball. And Prom, nobody wanted to shoot the ball. As the Little Falls Flyers take the lead into the locker room at halftime, leading 28-22 to their Granite Ridge Conference opponents this evening. And Ethan, we talked a little bit about what the keys to the game are, and I like what I see so far. We wanted to make sure that we are in the single digits in our turnovers, and that is exactly what Little Falls is doing.
Oh,
Another thing we talked about is rebounds. I'd like to see us get a little bit more aggressive on the defensive boards.
well, we do have 11 defensive rebounds. Crusaders do have 7. But I would like to see us getting some more offensive rebounds. We only have 2, and the Crusaders have 6.
Yeah, and every single time you pick up an offensive rebound, that gives yourself a chance to score again. The Crusaders are actually shooting a higher percentage at the three-point line, Ethan, tonight. In fact, they have Prom going 3 for 3. She's got all of her 9 points. She's leading the Crusaders tonight with 9 points at halftime, all of them coming from the three-point line. Tonight we have Erica Bassett leading the Flyers. She has 9 points going into the halftime. Um, and so I love to see that things are changing up. We're going to listen to the Little Falls Flyer Band. We'll be back a little bit for a halftime stat show. Again, the Flyers go into the locker room at 28-22, and we're going to let you listen to the Little Falls Flyer Band. How's your voice doing?
Fine.
Is somebody up there in the booth? Is somebody up there in the booth? What time are you going to bring us back for a little bit of halftime show? welcome back to the Little Falls Flyers Gymnasium, where the Little Falls Flyers find themselves with a 28-22 lead against the Crusaders from St. Cloud Cathedral. The Flyers are shooting the ball hot tonight. How about as that heat wave outside, Ethan, right? The Flyers are shooting just as hot as at 32 degrees.
Oh gosh, that feels so great from the negative 40 degrees we had last Saturday.
I know, and here we have, as we're listening to the school song, Ethan, we're going to talk a little bit about what the keys of the game were earlier. One nice thing is that the Flyers are shooting 50%, and I like to see that. But other keys of the game were, Ethan?
Well, what we want to do was for rebounds. I want to see the Flyers get more offensive rebounds. They're only sitting at 2 for the first half, and the Crusaders have 6. They're doing really well in defense of rebounds. Let's keep that up. They have 11, and the Crusaders only have 7. With turnovers, what we talked about at the beginning of the game, we want them to keep. They have an average of 22 turnovers in a game. Right now, they're sitting at 9. We want to keep them under a single digit per half.
You're exactly right, Ethan. In fact, that's a coach's dream, Ethan. A coach's dream is to have his team or her team in the locker room sitting at a single-digit turnover, and the Flyers did just that. And I think that is a big difference between what's happening. Not only are the Flyers shooting 50% from the field, they're taking high percentage shots, Ethan, and they're doing very well. The Crusaders, on the other hand, they're shooting at 27%, but the difference in that is, Ethan, is Megan Prom is 100% 3 for 3 at the three-point line. So I'm sure Trent Grams and halftime said, you need to put a hand in Megan Prom's face. They are shooting 100% from the free throw line with Megan Voigt, a sophomore, going 4 for 4. As we start the second half, we have for the Flyers Tara Motchke, Allie Steinmetz, number 23, Destiny Young, Melissa Geisenhoff, and Sophia Sawada. Rounding out the 5 for the Crusaders, we have Morgan Prom, we have Megan Voigt. They're coming out in a 2-3 zone. Number 1, Katie Tomzek. In the middle is number 15, Hallie Humph. And over on the side is number 25, Julia Meyer.
All right, so just starting the second half here, the Flyers have a 6-point lead, 28-22. Flyers start the ball with the second half, and Tara Moschke has the ball, passes it to Simons, over to Geisenhoff, over to
and
Young,
there's one of those turnovers. You're right, Ethan. Yeah, we don't want to, a turnover
Flyers.
that quick in the game. So we've got it bringing down here. Prom, I'm glad they got out her on that perimeter because she's 3 for 3.
And they pass it right to her again, right behind that arc to try to get her to shoot. Because she has been hot from behind there. Ooh, nice play by Destiny Young there, getting that steal, turnover. And the Flyers reset, passing it 9 minutes over to Geisenhoff, who passes it to Young, back to Casey, reset, back over to Young, over to Moschke, back to Casey, back to Geisenhoff, to Young, back to Moschke. Moschke shoots and off the iron, and a defensive rebound for the Crusaders. Crusaders pass it to number 15,
first shot
Allie
of the
Huff,
second half.
who passes it to Tomzik, and the Flyers get a defensive rebound.
Again, the Crusaders
passes it to
cannot score
Moschke.
on those easy shots.
Steinmetz passes it to Swada inside, who passes it back outside to Moschke, and Young takes it up off the iron, and the Crusaders get another defensive rebound. Ooh, and number 23, Megan Voigt, tries to pass it inside and off of Sophia Sawada's hands, and it goes out of bounds, and Crusaders maintain possession. Number 23, Megan Voigt, inbounds it to 15, Callie Huff, who cannot handle the ball, so Little Falls takes over.
And there's another Crusader turnover, Ethan. So the Crusaders, we talked a little bit about that full court defense trap, and they're not doing that like they did, and they came out. The Flyers did have a little bit of trouble here in the first in the first half, but Cathedral did not come in. You know why? Because they've got some girls that are in foul trouble. And again, speak of foul trouble.
Foul. Yeah, right
Look
there.
right there. They picked up another foul. So Tara Motchke is going to find herself at the free throw line. Shooting two. As number 25, Julia Meyer, picks up her second foul.
And just off the side of the iron. And the ref passes it to her for her second shot.
The Flyers are currently shooting 58%.
And that one goes around the ring and in.
So the Flyers are currently shooting 58% coming into tonight's ball game.
Moshke goes out as Callie Manvey comes into the game. Number 15, Allie Huff passes it to number 23, Megan Voigt, who passes it to Morgan Prom, who has been hot from behind the line. Passes it inside to number 25, Julia Meyer, who gets fouled by number 2, Steinmetz.
Steinmetz picks up her second foul of the evening.
And Julia Meyer lines up her first shot, and that goes around the ring and in.
Shooting 100% from the line tonight, Ethan.
She lines up her second shot. And it's up, and it's in. Kayla Mamagate inbounds the pass to Steinmetz, who passes it way down to Young. Passes it at the top of the elbow to Steinmetz, and she takes the three-point off the iron, and the Crusaders get a defensive rebound. Number 23, Megan Voigt, passes it to 45. Megan Prom with another three-pointer.
We talked about that, Ethan. She is 4 for 4. All of her 12 points coming behind that three-point arc.
Casey Steinmetz has the ball, who passes it to Destiny Young, who passes it inside of Callie Mamia, who passes it back out to Casey Steinmetz, who passes it to Geisenhoff, who passes it back to Steinmetz, who passes it to Mamia, passes it back to Steinmetz, passes it to Geisenhoff, passes it inside to Mamagay, who passes it to Destiny Young, and jump ball.
That was nice. I like they both went up.
Jump
you know what
ball
I also like to see?
Rewarded to the Crusaders on that one.
I like to see that the Flyers are being very patient. Even though that jump ball possession arrow gives the ball back to the Crusaders, I like that was a good possession for the Flyers because it ran a lot of time off the clock and they were smart about what they were doing.
With 4:15 left in the game, the Flyers 29, the Crusaders 27. And three-point shot from
Megan Voigt.
And the Little Falls get a defensive rebound.
That's what we talked about, Ethan, at the halftime, is that we want to see the Flyers pick up some more defensive rebounds.
Bassett passes it to Mamagay, who passes it inside to Bassett, who passes it back outside to Geisenhoff. Mamagay
I like
has
how
the
they're
ball
running.
again.
Yep, I like that high-low in there.
Deep two. And looks like the Crusaders pick up another defensive rebound. And a turnover for the Crusaders. It went out of bounds. I don't know who is off, but the ref called it Flyer ball. Casey Steinmetz starts with the ball, who passes it to Erica, who...
Little turnover there. Sophia was running a little faster than the pass, was a little behind her, and so she fumbled that one with a turnover.
Morgan Prom 5 for 5 from behind the arc.
Trent Grams is going to want to talk about that. The Crusaders just take their second lead of the game. Their first lead of the game is when Megan Voigt hit the game-opening free throws. That was the last time the Crusaders saw a lead at 2-0, and that was seconds into the ball game. Now they see their second lead at 30-29 with 13-13 left of the second half. Again, we talked about that at halftime. That was Prom's 5th three-point attempt, draining all of them. We might want to put a hand in her face, Ethan.
Put a hand in her face. Double team her if you have to.
Yeah, they're not moving it in the lane as much. They're okay with shooting that three-point shot, but if you're that hot, if you're 5 for 5, and you are now leading the Crusaders with 15 of the 30 points, they're going to want to get the ball in her hands. Again,
Oh, yeah.
very equal scoring for the Little Falls Flyers. We have, with halftime, Erica Bassett had 9 points, Sophia Sawada had 5, Megan Kirk had 4, Melissa Geisenhoff 2, and Allie Steinmetz coming with 4 for the Flyers. So very well-rounded scoring for the Flyers tonight. They're all doing a very nice job at being patient, finding the open player, and allowing them to play off each other. And that's what you like to see with good chemistry on the floor, and the Flyers are doing that very well. Now we need to pick up a little bit of the defensive intensity.
Oh, yeah.
So with 3 minutes and 13 seconds yet, Allie Steinmetz had to get a little bit of tape. I don't know if she had some blood on her wrist, but she got her wrist taped up. And now we come, as you see that tape on Allie's wrist, I think she had a little bit of blood showing, so they wiped that up. Did a nice job here. Again, they're being very patient, Ethan, on how the ball's going. Callie, they're fine, so Sawada in there.
And a foul by the Crusaders, which brings Sophia to the line.
Falls on number 15, Huff.
Number
Huff picks up
15,
her
Huff,
second
with the
foul.
foul.
So with the clock stopped, we see Sophia Sawada at the line to give her team a tie or maybe get the lead back.
Off the back iron.
Checking in for the Crusaders, number 5.
Sophia Sawada is coming into tonight's game, averaging 15 points and pulling down 9 rebounds. I'd like to see her a little bit more active on the rebounds again here, getting in position. I'd like to see her pull down a few more to get that stat back at 9, Ethan.
Off the iron, and the Crusaders pick up a defensive rebound. Number 5, Abby Medelberg brings the ball up court. Number 1, Tomzik has the ball, who takes the lane and pushes over Bassett. Ooh, a nice steal by the Flyers there. Turnover for the Crusaders. Number 22, Erica Bassett, dribbles the ball up court. And she passes it to Casey Steinmetz, who then passes the ball to Geisenhoff, who throws the ball over to Bassett.
I like that. Melissa Geisenhoff.
And
Callie knew exactly where Geisenhoff was without even having to look over there, and that is,
oh, yeah.
you know, that's good team chemistry, knowing where your teammates are on that little cut to the basket, and that was really nice to see as Melissa Geisenhoff goes to the line with the clock stopped.
The Crusaders pick up the 3rd foul of the second half, and which brings Melissa Geisenhoff to the line, and they bring it back to a tie, 30-30 with 12-12 left in the game.
I'd like to see the Little Falls Flyers take the lead again with the clock stopped at 12-12 in the second half. Again, the Crusaders
Just
have it.
off the iron.
They had a lead at the beginning of the game very early and then had a lead just here at 14 minutes left of the game, and now we're deadlocked at 30-30, Ethan. Again,
Tomzik has the ball at the top of the paint. And number 45, 6 for 6, Morgan Prom.
Picks up her 18th point of the evening, all from the back of the arc. And again, she's their post.
Callie Mamigay picks up a deep 2.
Point basket for Mamigay.
And number 5, Mettenberg with
So the Flyers
the ball
answered
passes
back
it to.
quickly.
Ooh, a nice
but not enough to take
steal
the lead.
for the Flyers there.
Another Crusader turnover.
Crusaders have 5 turnovers already this half.
That's a good thing for the Flyers here. Bassett shot up, no good.
And a defensive rebound by the Crusaders.
Falls on number 22, Bassett. Checking for the Flyers, number 310.
Bassett picks up her
Crusaders,
first
23
foul of the
point.
evening. Again, Erica Bassett picking up her first foul of the evening. That is only the Flyers' second. You know, I'd like to see that right now. Again, rounding out here with 11 minutes to go. The Crusaders are ahead by 1 point. They just took the lead with 14 minutes again. Megan Voigt is looking to give her team the lead as she gives it to Van Erp at the top of the key. Number
And
23, that's
23
Voigt.
Voigt. And passes to number 5. Ooh, it goes
Little
off of
miscommunication for a
Casey's.
off of the Flyers. Did you see that?
Yeah, looked like
Excuse
tip
me.
number 2, Casey Steinmetz.
I
Number-
always like to see tips, though. You know, that's another one of those stats that I took as a coach. I like to give that tip because as soon as you can put a finger on the ball and tip it somewhere else, you're gonna, it's gonna deflect off somewhere else. You're gonna cause your opponent to not get an easy point. And so I would also keep stats on deflections.
Number 22, Erica Bassett picks up her second foul in a row, bringing the total Flyers with a total of 3 fouls this half.
I'd like to see a defensive stop and the Flyers go down and take the lead again. They've been doing very well at that. I'd love to see a little pressure man-to-man defense here late into the second half. We have Prom, nice job. Sawada knows that her opponent just has hits. But now we're leaving the lane wide open. Because of that, they're afraid of the three-point basket. Drives in, gets an easy 2 points for number 5, Abby
bet that's what
Metalberg.
Coach Prom was talking about in the locker room there, that we're pretty hot from behind the line. Maybe the lane will be open in the second half.
It's a good strategy. You're exactly right. It's you want to take your opponent out of their defense. See, again, I like that. Kelly Mamagay knew exactly where her teammate was. Sophia Sawada with an offensive rebound. I like that.
Picks up another foul, and she goes to the line.
I like to see that offensive rebound.
23 Voigt picks up the foul.
That is her first. So with the clock stopped, with 9:41 left to go, Sophia Sawada has yet to hit a free throw. Let's go here, Sophia. Just off
the iron right there.
You know, a lot of times late in the game, your legs get a little tired, Ethan, and so you really got to make sure that your lower body is staying stable and you're getting some good kick from your legs here. You got to stay low, make sure you're following through, and Sophia misses.
Off the iron. Looked like it went into me, but it bounced right out, and the Crusaders get a defensive rebound. Passes it to number 45, Prom.
Great defense, great
Defense.
Erica Bassett coming down the court. Got it stripped away a little bit. That'd be number 5, got her hand. That's Abby Metalberg. Stopped Bassett from probably scoring a nice 2-point layup. Sophia Sawada is going to sit down for a little bit, get a little bit of rest as
Looks
Megan
like Megan Kirk does
Yep.
come into the game. Tembro with the 3, it just off the iron there.
But
she gets her own rebound.
I love to see that. Good job, Rachel.
Little Falls maintain possessions. Coach Prom, you can hear him shouting. He does not seem very happy about that call.
So Steinmetz is going to give the ladies a little chance here. Hits the back of the backboard. That is a turnover. Yep, that is a turnover.
Turnover for the Flyers. The Flyers only have 4 turnovers so far
Let's keep it that way.
in this second half.
So again, the Flyers come out on some man-to-man defense. We know that they're hitting it inside and outside, so we want to make sure that we're playing good, solid defense.
Ooh, Casey gets another foul.
Number 25, Julia Meyer, comes into the lane, and she is fouled by Steinmetz, sophomore. Number 2, Steinmetz.
And she nails that first one off the back iron, down in.
She is 3 for 3 tonight.
Bassett
at
and
the free
Tembro
throw.
come out as Geisenhoff and Young come back into the game.
So senior Julia Meyer is looking to give the Crusaders a little bit of lead, but then there's that
And
offensive
there's that
rebound.
offensive
There's
rebound.
that offensive rebound.
Just
What
a little
turnover.
much.
What a turnover. We're lucky there that we came back down, played some defense so that
Just
they
out
didn't
of reach
capitalize on that
from
little false turnover.
Hallie Huff, and Flyers take over possession. Steinmetz dribbles the ball up court. Ball tipped by Metalberg and goes out of bounds.
24
Sawada
Sawada.
goes in as Geisenhoff comes out. Nope. As Kirk goes out and Geisenhoff will inbound the pass. Passes it to Steinmetz. Passes it to Young. Passes it inside to Mamage.
Oh, look, I like that high-low. Callie wanted to get into that high-low there. Sophia and Callie, they're getting in great position. Now they just need to find each other a little bit sooner. There's a nice dribble shot. I think we're lucky that we didn't get called on that over the back there. She just missed her first shot of the evening.
Looked like Casey might have got
Little
a piece
tip,
of
you think?
her.
I'll take that. Because a lot of times, all it takes is one miss.
And she could be done for the entire game.
That was a nice high-low play they went. Callie Mamagay was up at the elbow. Had a nice pass in there to Sophia Sawada.
Number 1.
Nice high-low play.
Tomzik for the Crusaders comes back in as number 25, Julia Meyer, goes out. Number 5, Metalberg takes the ball upfield, passes it to number 23, Voigt. And the pass tipped out of bounds and the Crusaders maintain possession. Number 23, Voigt, impounds the ball to
Voigt
off
with
the
the
iron.
miss.
Jump ball rewarded to the Crusaders.
So the possession arrow is going to the Crusaders now with just under 7.5 minutes left of the game. It will then go back to the Flyers. So the next jump ball will go to the Flyers as Megan Voigt inbounds it for the Crusaders. Finds teammate Van Erp, which Megan Voigt up for a shot. Sophia Sawada pulls down a fabulous defensive rebound.
Casey brings the ball up court at the top of the arc. Passes it to Geisenhoff.
Again, they're going to
Passes
go
it
with
to
that
Mamagay.
high-low with Mamagay at the elbow. That's a good combination in there. We've got some height in there. We've got some...
Young, nice job knowing where her teammates are. Geisenhoff
for
pulls
two.
up and just short, and
Van Erp pulls down. Oh, no, I'm
Crusaders
sorry. That is Abby Metalberg.
get another defensive rebound. No, 7th. That is her 7th three-pointer of the game. Number 45, Morgan Prom, right there. And Coach Grams is not happy about that.
Here's another stat. And, of course, Ethan, these are not official stats. But so far, the Flyers, we shot 50% in the first half. Right now, we're at about 18%. And so that's a huge difference. And one of the reasons the Crusaders were able to pull ahead 39-32 late in the second half is the Flyers are now only shooting 18%.
Coach Grams needs to find a way to calm down their players so they can start putting points on the board.
Again, we want to take high percentage shots.
You need to
Nice
get inside that paint.
Yes, nice little, jabs. If you're taking on the wing, Ethan, little jab step, first step. Bassett did that a couple times in the first half. She's got a quick step. I'd like to see the Flyers go back to those high percentage shots. Again, they're going to get a chance here to cut the lead, hopefully, as Allie Steinmetz brings it across half court after that timeout.
With 6:20 left in the game, the Crusaders have the lead, 39-32. My name is Ethan Stanford. I'm beside Miss Ya, as I'm best known.
Yeah, there you go. I like that. You weren't going to attempt my name, were you, Ethan?
I'd probably say it wrong.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Mrs. Yulanimi Allen. That's Ya to a lot of people, isn't it, Ethan?
Oh, yeah. It's a lot easier to say. And, Ball just out too far, and Casey steps out of bounds as she catches the ball. That's a turnover for the Flyers.
Yeah, a lot of times that court awareness, that's probably an unnecessary turnover with 6 minutes left of the ball game. We want to make sure that we're capitalizing on every possession that we have here.
Number 1, Talzik has the ball, passes it to number 23, then to 45, all the way out to 15. Who passes to number 5, Metalberg.
You know, Coach
Back
Prawn
to
made
number
some
1.
adjustments at halftime, and I think one
Back
of those
to number
adjustments
45.
was pushing the Flyers out of that paint, making sure that their shots wasn't as high percentage. And you can see how that has changed the game again. Unofficial stats, we've only been shooting 18%. We kind of went cold, Ethan.
Yeah.
Not like the Minnesota weather we're experiencing outside with our heat wave, but the
Oh,
Flyers
no.
have gone cold tonight in the gym in the second half. After shooting 50% in the first half, we are now down to about 18%. Again, those are unofficial stats. But the Crusaders just picked themselves up an offensive rebound with 5 minutes left of the ball game off of Megan Voigt's missed
Number
shot.
23. Voigt tries to shoot a three-pointer, winds up short, and the Flyers pick up another defensive rebound.
Megan Voigt is 0 for 4 at the three-point line. Let's hope she does not get hot here down. That is a great.
Just over the basket
Yep.
and by Geisenhoff.
I like to see that dribble drive by Geisenhoff from the corner.
Number 15, Huff, drains the three-pointer there. Where are they going? Like, they have only missed one shot from behind the arc tonight?
28 for 40. They're 28 out of their 42 points have been behind the arc. They're not afraid to shoot the three ball. And another thing that they're doing a really nice job at pulling down rebounds tonight.
Casey Simons with a nice swat, knocks the ball back of their half of the court, but the Crusaders pick the ball back up and maintain possession. Number 23, Voigt has the ball, passes it to number 15, Huff, and timeout.
No, we've got some
Substitutions are coming in.
With under
Looks
4
like-
minutes left of the ball game, Ethan, the Flyers find themselves down by 2. They were leading at halftime. Right now, Ethan, we want to make sure that we're taking good possessions. We want to make sure that every single time the ball is in our hand that we're scoring. Again, we don't want to rush.
Oh,
Yeah, we want to be patient, but
there's
again,
still 3 minutes
yep,
and 40
but we
seconds left of the
want to
game.
make
Lot
sure
can
that we're
happen
taking
in
high
that time.
percentage shots and following our rebound on that as Kelly Mamagay misses a three-point attempt.
Number 1, Allie Simons is in for her first minutes of the game. Number 3, Rachel Tembrow comes in, and Erica Bassett, number 22, comes back into the game.
You know, one thing that I like about this Flyer squad, though, Ethan, is that they are very capable of setting this gym on fire again. I mean, they did a great job with shooting and playing together as a team and being very patient.
Nice pass
And
by Tomzik.
What we
there
need to do now for the Flyers is to come down and score.
to number 23, Voigt, who makes the layup. Rachel Tembrow brings it up, passes it to Steinmetz, who passes it inside to Sawada and passes it outside to
So there's
Bassett,
there's
but
that
then
quick dribble drive that we like to see Bassett. Bassett scored.
Bassett was fouled right there, so Flyers have possession. The Crusaders have 6 fouls this half. And Flyers take a shot. It bounces off the iron, and the Crusaders pick up a defensive rebound.
Again, with just under 3 minutes left of the ball game, Ethan, the Flyers need to make sure that they're
Number
playing
1.
defense. Nice rebound by sophomore Steinmetz. Steinmetz looking up for her teammate here. We have Tembrow over to Callie Mamagay, and their Bassett is wide open under there. They don't see that. Do you see her?
Oh yeah,
Do you
I
see
see her.
Bassett wide open under there?
Ooh,
Three
that
points for Callie
does not
Mamagay.
matter. Callie Mamagay takes it herself for the three-pointer.
I love that. Callie wanted to spark her team, and that's what the Flyers needed with just under 2.5 minutes left of the ball game.
And it looks like the Flyers take a timeout. It's a full timeout.
The Flyers needed a spark, and Callie Mamagay did it just there with a nice three-point basket. And I know what I liked about that is Erica Bassett was set up for the offensive rebound right underneath. Perfect position. in case the miss was there, we still were going to get another offensive chance to get 2 more points. And that's exactly what Trent Grams is talking to his ladies about right now, is we need to make sure that when the ball is in our hands, we are being selective with our shots. We don't want to be rushed. We need to be in a little bit of hurry, but there's a difference between being hurried and being rushed. Again, if we take a look, turnovers for the Flyers, we only have 5 for this half, and I'd like to see it stay that way.
We have 6 for this half.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, good job.
And the Crusaders have 7 so far.
That was one of our keys to the game earlier, Ethan, was to make sure that we stayed in single digits each half. And so the Flyers have put themselves into position with just under 2.5 minutes left to go. They are in position with an 8-point deficit here. Trent Grams is pulling out the full court press. And so it looks like he's going to do a little bit of
1-2-1-1.
Yeah, a 1-2-1-1 trap. So what they're going to do here is try to get the Cathedral girls in the corner, making sure that they can use some time off the clock. They need to be patient on that trap. We want to make sure we're not reaching. That's one thing. What happens,
And
Bassett stops
Bassett.
the clock, which is not a bad thing right now because we have fouls to give Ethan.
Fouls on number 22, Bassett.
That's only the 5th foul of the half. And so Erica Bassett, knowing that we had some
She
fouls
also
to give.
picks up her 3rd foul of the night.
I'm sure Coach Prom talked to him in that last time out is we can be patient, ladies. Let them come out to us. You know, we used to do a 2-minute drill when I was coaching Ethan, whereas if you can pass the ball around with you and your teammates without a turnover, there you go. The Flyers take possession, and Sophia Sawada comes down and scores 2. I'd like to see that. Nice jump stop. Again, we're down. We're under 2 minutes left to go.
1:40 left in the game. Flyers are down 44-37. Number 5
Again,
Meadowburg.
The Cathedral
has
is going
the
to
ball.
want to just take the girls out. They need to be patient here. Those east to west passes are very dangerous, Ethan, this time of the game, as Steinmetz picks up a foul with 1 minute 24 seconds. But again, no one's going to the line, Ethan. The clock is stopped, which is a good thing for the Flyers. Now we have a chance to get a turnover and a possession to the Flyers.
Geisenhoff comes back in as Bassett comes out.
So again, with just under 1 minute and 30 seconds, the Flyers see themselves down here, but we have got many chances. I've seen it spark here. Look at that. Great steal by Melissa Geisenhoff, finding her teammate. And then Sawada, which is triple teamed, over to Sam. Sam grabs it. Oh no, that's Tembro. I'm sorry, Rachel Tembro. But a costly turnover by the Flyers gives the Crusaders a 46-37 lead.
With under a minute
Now
left
we
to
need
play.
to make sure that we score every possession, and we cannot wait. So Tembro,
Another steal by the Crusaders. And another turnover.
Megan Voigt picks up 2 more points. That is her 10th point of the evening. As Megan Voigt picks up her 10th point,
No
the
good
Flyers see themselves
traveling.
down by 11. The game is not over yet. We could get a quick turnover, a nice bucket, and a timeout, and we could talk about it, and lots of things can still happen, but the Flyers need to make sure that the Crusaders do not get across that half-court line. With 6 fouls left, we're going to go to the line at a foul here. They will be in the one-on-one bonus, but again, Cathedral is not in any hurry to move anywhere, because they know that they have the 11-point lead in this Granite Ridge Conference matchup as the Crusaders from St. Cloud Cathedral come to town tonight. As Megan Voigt is fouled, she has a chance.
A foul. Number
Not,
5, Tara Moschke. We haven't seen her much this second half at all.
not that Megan Voigt needs to give her team a little bit more of a cushion with 13 seconds left, but she does get a chance. She is 100% from the line. She is 5 for 5 currently right now, Ethan. And so this girl loves, you know what makes a good free throw player?
What?
Summer. Ethan, you are going to become a free throw player, high percentage free throw in the summer. So with 5 seconds
Another
remaining,
foul by Allie Steinmetz.
the Flyers find
And
themselves
Voigt goes back to the line again.
down by 13. as Megan Voigt, who scored the first 2 points of the game for the evening tonight for the Crusaders, finds herself at the line again in the final seconds. With 4 seconds left, we have Sophia Sawada going up to Allie Steinmetz. I'd like to see that go in. Shoot. I would have loved to have seen that gone in for Allie Steinmetz. The Flyers lose to a Granite Ridge Conference matchup against the St. Cloud Cathedral Crusaders this evening with a 49-37 loss. The Flyers are now currently 0-9, and the Crusaders pick up a win, and now at 5-2. Again, I want to thank my partner here, Ethan Stanford. Great game tonight. Lots of things we saw tonight from the Flyers. A couple things we talked about at the beginning of the game was our turnovers. And, as a coach, turnovers wasn't the difference in this game, Ethan. In fact, I'll take things like that. One thing that was a difference is our second half shooting. Our second half shooting, we were only shooting about 18%. We were coming off. And one thing is, you're not going to shoot an entire 18-minute half twice 50%. That's really tough to do in high school ball, Ethan, and they did. They shot around 50% in that first half. Knowing they were going to be able to shoot 50% in the second half is tough for a high school ball club, even in a professional ball club. They found themselves shooting around that 20% mark, if that. Again, those are unofficial stats. Rebounding,
Defensive rebounding was great for both teams. The Crusaders had about 14, 15 defensive rebounds that second half, and the Flyers had about 9, I want to say, which isn't terrible. They could have picked up more. The Flyers need to practice on getting those offensive rebounds. They only had 4 all night. The Crusaders had 9 all night. And turnovers, we did get under that mark of staying under double digits. There was 9 both halves for the Flyers. The Crusaders had 8 the first half. The Crusaders had 9 the second half. The Flyers had a total of 18, and the Crusaders had a total of 17.
You like to see that. They came into the game tonight, Ethan, averaging 22 turnovers. And so if you can take a look at a couple stats here and there, they're getting where they need to be going into this Christmas break. I know that the Flyers also play on Thursday evening, and then they will be hosting a Christmas tournament. And so they've got some things to work on. And again, decreasing the turnovers this evening, coming into the game at 22, now down at 18. I like to see that. They're taking some little things and perfecting that and working on that. And again, you can't, with Morgan Prom, she was hot tonight.
Oh, yeah. 7 from 7.
I saw a great high school basketball player tonight shooting from the 3. You're exactly right. In fact, she went 7 for 8 at that 3-point line.
I don't think I could do that.
Well, they're practicing right now, Ethan. No, Ethan, I need you up here in the booth with me.
Not in these shoes.
Again, we want to thank you for joining us this evening as the Little Falls Flyers do lose to a Granite Ridge Conference matchup tonight against the St. Cloud Cathedral Crusaders, 37-49. Again, stay tuned again for current games. I'd like to thank everybody who came out to watch the Flyer Media Productions tonight online or on Channel 181. I'd also like to give a big thumbs up to our crew up into the booth, and also our crew down here on camera. Thank you again to Flyer Media Productions and the amazing job that you do to make Ethan and I's job easy.
I'm Ethan, and I'm standing beside Miss Ya, and good night.
Good night.